Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Tonight I'm here together with Koos van Amerongen for a special event. It's one of the first online tournaments which have been, or not one of the first, but maybe one of the first more or less organized official tournaments with 12 players. 12 strong players from Poland and a few grandmasters from the Netherlands, from Martijn van IJzendoorn, from Belarus, Evgeni Watutin, and from Russia, Alexander Getmanski. And tonight will be the 5th and the 6th round, which we will cover. Koos, can you say hi?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, good evening. Nice that you're watching again.
Yes, what do you expect from tonight?
I expect a really interesting match. I think both players, both Martijn van IJzendoorn and Alexander Getmanski, have a really interesting play style. Especially they're known for their adventurous openings. Of course, as most of you will know, Getmanski published a whole book of openings, and Van IJzendoorn is also known for his sharp opening preparation. So, especially in the early phase of the game, I expect fireworks, but those players are that good that we should look forward to the whole game.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested. Here, as you can see, it's the 5th round, so 4 rounds have been played. Getmanski has won the previous 4 rounds. Martijn has won 3 games and had 1 draw against Watutin, so they are the leaders in the tournament. The website you can find via the website of the FMGD, the World Drafts Federation, if you're interested. And, well, the round is bound to start at 8, so let's see if they have started already. I'm here at Martijn's page on Light Drafts, where the game should start soon. This is last round's game, and there we go. We'll check if everything is fine. Yes, Martijn plays white, Getmanski black. What do you think of the opening?
It's very common, I would say. They blitz out the move so far because, of course, they have a really good opening knowledge.
Yeah, I guess they prepared something. But playing tempo is 15 minutes plus 3 minutes per move, 3 seconds per move. Sorry. So, yeah, not too quick, not too slow.
Yeah, it's an interesting speed because usually you see it's more balanced. So 15 plus 3 means quite a lot of minutes compared to the number of seconds you get additionally. Usually it's like 5 plus 5 or 10 plus 3 maybe, but 15 plus 3 means you might get lost in your time pretty quickly. So
I hear that it's 8 o'clock in your place as well.
Yeah, this is my clock ringing. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Yes, indeed. So in the beginning you have quite a lot of time to spend on the opening, on the middle game, but once you get to the end game and you don't have any time remaining, it means that you'll have to blitz in the end.
Yep.
Opening is quite open so far. We saw a 2-for-2 backwards exchange by IJzendoorn.
Yeah, this is interesting. Why do you think he took the exchange?
Good question. Maybe, yeah, he prefers to have a slow-paced game, it seems. Not too sharp. This is a strategy that can work, especially in faster games, because you need your opponent can make more small mistakes So such a strategic approach might work. And yeah, probably IJzendoorn expects to get chances like this.
Yeah, makes sense.
On the other hand, this gives away, this 2 for 2 gives away quite some temps. I will go back to this moment we're talking about. And Getmanski is a player known to play with a lot of, always likes to play with an advantage in tempos.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure actually that Getmanski or a Valk 119 is not against this development. Interesting whether Black will play 21-27 at some point. It is possible. Not the most active move, but
yeah. So now White played 31-27, which is a committing move, I would say, but it also makes makes sense.
Yeah, it blocks, at least it blocks the opportunity of 21-7 with more or less plain game. 31-27 makes the game a classic, which is possible if you're attempts behind. But of course, this piece on 46 doesn't look too pretty.
Yeah.
(33-28) threatens 30-24, of course. Now
So
Black has to choose more or less 15-20 or to keep the position closed, or 14-20 to be able to also change backwards after 30-25.
would you change backwards in this position if you were Black?
Let me think. Rather not. Rather, I would like to keep the position closed, but it depends on the variations after 15-20, 30-25, 20-24, and for example, you should think. Okay, Valk goes for it.
He agrees.
Getmanski, yes. Depends what happens after 30-25, 20-24, and then maybe if White can somehow form this formation 45-40-34, then you might get pushed off 24, but
still a long way.
Yeah, exactly. And of course you can always play 4-10-15, but as long as you don't get pushed from 24, your position should be better. By the way, some people in the chat saying hi. Christian Porter asking how's this gonna go down. I also wonder. Krzyzek, if I hope to pronounce your name correctly. Mateusz Lewandowski and Rinja, hello. Thanks for watching. If you have some comments on the game or on our comments, of course, then please let us know. 11-17, there's a small difference, I guess, between 11-17 immediately and 21-26. Because now, if White plays 37-31, after 21-26, White needs to make a temp.
Yeah.
What do you think? Would you... Yeah,
I think I would prefer the Black position because it is so clean.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, if you have nowhere to go, you might get stuck.
Yes, that will be Martijn's plan. But even if Black has to make too many tempos, you can always exchange 14-20 forward still.
Yeah.
And if Martijn doesn't react now, I think that 21-26 and 17-22 is a normal development.
So I've been looking into the history between Martijn and Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like in classic games it's all pretty balanced.
Mm-hmm.
They played some nice rapid matches and blitz matches, and this is also quite balanced. I think the most famous win of Martijn over Alexander was in Heerhugowaard a few years ago, where he managed to beat Alexander in the barrage for, I think it was not sure, but it was a high place in the standing at least.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a nice forcing after all. So this was a nice win.
I do not recall that game, but indeed, as you said, in the classical games, I think there are only draws so far.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. So, but let's hope that it changes this.
Yes. I especially remember the last rapid game between Van IJzendoorn and Getmanski, which was during the World Championship Rapid in Bijlen, 2019, which was without any doubt the game of the tournament, because from the opening the game was sharp, and at some point I think it was Van IJzendoorn who paid a sacrifice with a very, very complicated position, and this complicated position remained for 10-15 moves on the board. Okay,
and what was the result?
The result was in the end a draw, but Van IJzendoorn missed the win, I believe. Okay, let's maybe turn back to the game, because moves are following each other quickly. White manages to develop 46.
Yeah, and black lost some tempos in between.
Yes, that's to black's advantage, perhaps. And I wonder what the piece on 34 is going to do exactly.
Yeah,
because in such positions, you more often see it on 35. And that, don't know what the meaning of this piece will be. It's nice that it's central, but on the other hand, it could be used for some tactics, perhaps more than 35.
Yeah, and it limits the wide possibilities of making formations on the right wing.
Yes, exactly. If it would be one piece, one square back on 40, then it would be much more flexible. White is now not very flexible on this wing. Yeah, and I don't see a kind of active build-up for a white at the moment. The only thing would be 49 to 40 and then 48, 43. But that's so ugly. But, Van IJzendoorn has some time advantage. 12 minutes against 8. So, but that's, I think, the only good sign for him at the moment.
Advantage, yes. So now he has to more or less decide on his plan.
Yes, yeah.
This is a key moment. Normal move seems to be 37-31.
Yeah, to wait one more move. Another build-up on the right would be 45-40 and now 40-35, but it doesn't look very active. Black will just play on the other wing, make some waiting moves. Okay, 49-44. At least makes black think perhaps about this active plan 44, 14, 48, 43.
Mm-hmm.
What can
he also has to make a decision if he wants to go to 26 or 21. If he wants to develop piece 4 to 15, perhaps play 2-8 or 2-7.
Yes. I guess he wants to keep piece 4 as long as possible there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but now is the time to really make a decision whether he wants to go there. Okay, what is possible for white after 4-10, 48, 43, 10, 15 is to go 2 for 2, 34, 29, and then 2 for 2 is 27, 22, 28, 23.
Mm-hmm.
But then still black's position looks a bit nicer.
So what alternative plan does black have in this position instead of 4-10, 10-15?
Yeah, to play the move that's been played in the game, 14-20.
Mm-hmm.
Not to allow all these exchanges, because from black's perspective, to allow these changes is not the sharpest plan.
48, 43.
Yes.
That's a nice.
Looks really bulky, but it's hard to say whether this aggression can actually go somewhere.
Yeah, so it only works if white manages to break open the position. So a logical move now would be 34-29, I guess.
Yes. After which you threaten perhaps 27-22 and 29-23.
Sacrifice.
So it would be interesting to see how black responds to that. I think 21-26 doesn't remove this sacrifice, or does it?
Oh. Not really, I guess.
Yeah, so
maybe black can also just play 4-10, because there's no threat in the position after 34-29.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah, so 34-29 times 29. Black would play 4-10. Okay, it's played.
And maybe white can still sacrifice and play 29-23, 10-14, and then attack piece 27. But it looks a bit shaky for white, in my opinion.
Yeah, interesting idea.
Because white misses some control over the right wing, and maybe also over the left wing to really build a strong center.
Yes, but still it's interesting. I don't see a direct action for black.
Maybe Martijn is now thinking about this option.
Yeah. The more slow option would be perhaps 39-34 or 45-40. But they're also not without problems. For example, 39-34, 10-15, 45-40. Then black can play 25 forward, and white cannot attack
But
34,
maybe
29.
I can change the order. If he first plays 45-40, then after 10-15 you might be able to play 29-23.
Yeah, exactly, the sacrifice. Yeah. Martijn IJzendoorn plays another move, 37-31. Tries to develop the piece on 42. With perhaps later the idea to move up 27-22. But yeah, general rule is against this kind of Tijov canon, the pyramid on the left, is that if you have only one piece on 6 or 11, it's rather it can be dangerous for white.
Yeah, because it's not shooting against anything.
Yeah, exactly. And anytime you go up, you might be black can at least play 12-18. Okay, Getmanski waits. Seems correct because 31-26 doesn't do anything for white, it seems. Now IJzendoorn has to think about 25.
Maybe after
forward.
After 31-26, black can just play 20-25 and switch to a flexible classical position.
Yes, with control on both wings. Alright, Martijn went up immediately. 27-22. With the idea to sacrifice again after 12-18. So to play a waiting move and 29-23.
Yep.
Question still is, well, 29-23 is also a threat, so
so perhaps
25 forward should. Then there is a Philippe shot for white. 32-27 in case black goes forward. 32-27 now, 33-29 and 43-39. And yeah, Martijn is actually going for that. Let's see how this turns out.
But black can directly...
Yeah, he can...
Piece. And then piece 22 has another shot of going...
to king, yeah. Black
king.
will play 8-12.
But it looks like black can again sacrifice 16, for example, in this variation.
Yeah,
it should be...
Yes, it
should be soon a draw, I guess.
Should be a draw, yeah. So not the fireworks we had hoped for in this game, I guess, but in the middle game at least some moments in which the players had to decide whether to really play for the win, to spend time, but it turned out both they didn't really want to play the sharpest moves, I believe.
Yeah, because also Getmanski allowed the combination. Not sure if he saw it, but most likely he did.
Yep.
And Van IJzendoorn didn't think too long about taking it or not.
Yes, exactly. I don't know if that was really an alternative at that point. But let's slowly go back to that moment after the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, players are not spending any more time now.
Energy.
Yes, exactly. They will save the energy for the next round, which will be played starting at 9. White offers draw. Yeah, I guess it will be agree to, because white will go to king. Yeah, indeed accepted.
Okay, so that was a fast game with some interesting moments.
Yeah, let's have a look. You can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Yeah, let's see whether. Yeah, so this was the moment where Van IJzendoorn retreated in the opening. I guess it is possible to play 37-32 and then build 39-33, 44-39, but perhaps IJzendoorn doesn't like the position after 5-10 and 19-23. I don't know. So he played rather calm. Getmanski had the possibility to go to 27, but it's a little bit passive, so he did not. Then it became classics, 15-20, 20-24 I really like. Yeah, I think this position should give black some possibilities. Don't know exactly how to play. While we were talking about the previous meetings of Martijn and Getmanski, I was thinking about 17-22 here. Might go to the analysis board to perhaps show some variations.
Was this a theme that occurred in an earlier game, or?
No, it was during these moves, which happened quite quickly in this in tonight's game.
I see.
Yeah, I was wondering whether 23-28 is a threat, but perhaps it is not, because after, for example, 31-26, and you go, then actually white attacks 24. It is sometimes a good action to break open the position and take center control, but here it is not. Yeah, I guess 12, 17, 17, 22 is logical in classics. But then a bit later.
Yeah, maybe in the phase where white chose to go to 40 and build with the 48, 43. I think this was the important moment in the game, maybe.
Yes, so I pointed out this variation for 10, 48, 43, 10, 15. White changes. Cannot allow black to make classics again. Yeah, and this is perhaps hard to judge this position. I would believe that black is more flexible. For example, 21-26, and white has to find a way to evade the classics, to avoid the classics, because the piece on 36 is quite weak. I would perhaps play like this with black. I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe white can try to change to 29 at a good moment.
If he gets there, then yes. Perhaps immediately. Yeah, because black doesn't have control over 15 anymore. It's hard to win back control over 24. Yeah, perhaps white's position is active enough to play like this, and then it's rather equalish. Okay, so 14-20 times 20, 48, 43, 2-8. Yeah, here I was thinking about 21-26. Did you know what happened after? Because after the sacrifice now, black can take forward, and after 29-23, black at least can play 27-32.
Ah, yes. But then there is a combination to
Oh, yes.
7.
Yeah. Indeed, the same kind of combination we saw in the game. I thought this would be a nice way to take the advantage, but actually white is winning here. The small trap.
Maybe it's interesting to see what happens if black plays 20-25 and find a way to continue the game.
Right. Because that would have been very interesting.
But it's difficult.
Hard to judge such a position. This piece on 14, it is either strong or black can make use of it. But because white's position has some problems now, it's piece on 42 and the lack of piece on 48. And this might be interesting.
Oh, very interesting for a rapid game at least.
Yeah, and I think more interesting for black than for white, actually.
So, and what would happen if instead of the sacrifice, because maybe this was the reason Getmanski didn't play 21-26. But what happens if white, for example, decides to go to the center to play 28-23?
Already, yes.
Maybe it's a bit early, but or maybe just wait with 45-40.
Well, perhaps it's not too early if white manages to play 45-40 and 39-34 afterwards. Yeah, then perhaps this is a good idea, because after 45-40, 39-34, white perhaps threatens to go in between at 19. And black is
maybe black can play 24-30 now, and then it gets really messy, I guess.
That's true. Should check for some combinations. Don't see them. 45-40. Would you attack? I guess you have to
do
something. Yeah.
Then you have to make I think you only have one move.
37-32. 29-24. Does it work or not?
Take. Maybe it does work. This. Yeah, you can also play 29-24. I was looking to taking with 18.
Yes, but it doesn't seem like it really
doesn't really work, huh?
Changes anything.
Okay, so then maybe this was a move, 28-23.
Maybe it's the position is active enough for white. White might also wait one move, 45-40. Even though then 20-25, don't know.
Yeah, 42 becomes a problem, but
yeah.
So Getmanski decided to play 4-10.
Yeah, also, of course, 21-26 is is a rather sharp move, but not to allow any sacrifices or to stay with the piece on 42. But then again, in general, piece is stronger on 21 and on 26, so it makes sense the way Getmanski played. 10-15. Our time went up. 20-25, and then already the combination happened. Yeah, as we said, 29-23 is the threat here. after 3-9, white can play 22-17, I believe.
Yeah, that just wins a piece.
So black also doesn't really have a choice. Only choice would be to take backwards here. But yeah.
42-37, I guess.
Yeah. And here the position plays easier for white, I think, because black will never have a winning attack here, 12-18, because after 21-26, white might change back, and white will just move pieces to the center, 45-40, 39-34, 43-39. And center might just be okay. Ed Kok has a question in the chat. Can you show it move 34? Yeah, actually we skipped that. We talked about this before. You mentioned 27-22.
The temporary sacrifice.
Yeah. Let's see.
10-14.
Yeah, no choice. And 37-31. Yesterday I was watching the game between Evgeni Watutin and Martijn van IJzendoorn. And actually the position is quite similar to that game. Martijn also had a kind of attacking position with 4 posts on 22 and 23. Game ended in a draw after some advantage for Martijn. But here I think black should have some counterplay, but how is the question.
Yeah.
Because the white position still looks pretty bulky, especially with the hole on 48. Can imagine that if black occupies square 30, white's right wing is compromised. But how to do that in practice?
If you do 20-25 directly, and white takes, then it's not allowed to play 25-30 because of a small combination.
You mean the 4x4, right?
The 4x4. I think this more or less prohibits black to do this, no? 3-9.
Yeah, black will not allow this. Yes, but 24-30 perhaps. It's a kind of general idea if to play against 4 posts on 23 is to make use of blocking these 2 pieces with a piece on 30, especially if it's hard to move it to the left. And another idea is if white plays 33-29, then black will exchange
to 17.
Yeah, and with the threat of a chain lock. But white will wait, right?
Yeah, so maybe with 42, with 45 maybe, or is that too sharp perhaps?
Yeah, I think both moves are possible. Yeah, anyway, this kind of play would somehow challenge black to try something. That's an advantage of the sacrifice.
Yeah, maybe another idea is to, but it's less exciting, I guess. Is instead of playing 20-25 and 24-30, So directly after the sacrifice to play 20-25. And then either 21-26 or maybe try to change for a surrounding position with 12-18. Not sure if it really works. White misses some control over some important fields. So maybe it does work, I don't know.
Yeah, 12-18 is a bit, how you call it? Rude, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe I think the white center will be
strong enough, huh?
Strong enough, yes. After 13-18, now it's possible to sacrifice 28-22, I believe, and then attack. And otherwise 28-23. But what you mentioned about 21-26. Yeah, this is interesting because 39-34 is not possible anyway. So black doesn't have to occupy square 30 immediately. And yeah, this. So say 42-37. Black's problem is that he also has to make moves.
We now 12-17 and forwards to prevent even more moves.
Yes. Yeah, so this is interesting idea. Black tries to surround the piece on 23. And yeah, it's always interesting, what does it lead to? Will white nicely develop his position and have a strong center, or is black actually gaining something? 32-27? Because I've seen many cases in which this such a center attack just proves to be strong, and yeah, there are, I think, from all the possible attacking positions you have, classes, if you divide into 22, 23 or 24, this is the hardest one to surround, at least, or perhaps the most dangerous one, I don't know. I don't really see a plan for black.
So perhaps 8-12, because after 28-22, I don't think it improves the white position because of the piece on 36.
Yes, exactly.
Left behind.
Yes. 27-22.
And then I was thinking of maybe, you're threatening with a shot afterwards.
Yes. So the idea is after taking is to do 28-22, 37-31 and 38-32. But yeah, I was just wondering whether you can play 25-30.
With the catching construction directly.
Yes.
And also attacking the piece on 23. Yeah.
Yes, this might be a strong move. Checking it right now. And now white has to come up with a solution. Maybe 45-40 is possible, but yeah, this here it seems that black has some ideas. 27-22 might be too early.
Maybe 45.
Yep.
But then maybe again black can play 25-30 with the idea of attacking.
So white plays 27-22.
Or maybe then
35, yeah.
35. Because it removes the cornerstone which is used to make the shot to 2.
Yeah, exactly.
And black again threatens to attack piece 23.
Yeah, this seems to be a plan with some merit indeed. Yeah, so yeah, interesting. I think it's the sharpest way. Yeah. White challenges black more or less to find a good plan if you play the sacrifice. But then, of course, the risk is that if black finds it, you are in some trouble. And it appeared that since both players are in a solid position in the classification, they also don't want to risk much. And therefore, draw is not a bad result for either of them.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the time. It's 8:45. Next round will start at 9. We could have a look at the other games.
Let's have a look on the tournament website. I cannot find the results yet, but we can have a look in lead rods to find the players, and by that the games.
Yeah, I see Reszka Watutin. So Watutin is the other. Chmiel Bankowska, Ivanchuk Slezak, Kichoczki. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Against Natalia Sadowska and Kurzewski Paluch. Reszka Watutin, I'm quite interested. I think they are ranked 3rd and 4th now. So I will try to look for them. I found Watutin's account here.
Yeah, so maybe later we can have a look at the game between Ivanchuk and Sadowska, two former world champions.
Yes, indeed. I guess Sadowska in women's drafts 2 times she won a world championship match. And Ivanchuk in Blitz chess, am I right?
Blitz, I think, and I think he also won Rapid late against. I think a few years ago he won the Rapid World Championships. Chess, yeah.
Okay, seems that the game is already over. I see that Cipolliner, who played black here, won the game. It means that Watutin won. Do you also have the game open right now?
Yep, I got it.
Let's have a look. Very popular branch of the 32-28-19-23 opening. 17-2 is an interesting choice. Sometimes also 16-21 is being played. 18-23. What is your impression of Watutin's game in general?
Yeah, I think it's really good. It's not as attractive as the game style of Getmanski and van IJzendoorn, I would say, but at least it's really effective. He has a really effective playing style, and at many top tournaments, also with top grandmasters, he managed to end up high in the classification.
Yes, absolutely. He qualified for the finals of the last 2 World Championships, I believe, and it may not be very flashy, his games, but they are, in general, they are very good, and with a strong strategic. I see now that there is something in the chat. I need to. I had still the tournament screen open, so I will start again quickly with the game. Here's 34-29 exchange to 30, which is very popular. Damian Reszka playing white, Watutin playing black. And indeed, here we see the rather strategic approach for black, not playing the sharp 16-21 earlier, but now 17-22 also towards the center. White is starting some kind of Surrounding 30-25. Don't know if that's necessary. Perhaps 34-29 is also possible. More active, perhaps. This leaves black easy development of pieces. And now with 20-24, I think black should always have some advantage against edge pieces. Let's see. Okay, white changes backwards. Long build-up phase. Whom do you prefer? Which color?
Black, I would say. Because the formations of black are directed more to the center, and white's formations not necessarily. And more directed outwards. And I think this game might actually show the strength of his playing style. So
yeah, let's have a look.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, the piece on 26. It's interesting. It gives some color to the position, I believe. Not necessarily bad for white, but I wonder about the piece on 45. What will happen with that one? 32-27. Yeah, it's hard to make a decision here because you have to think about either 21-26 and 21-27. So, okay, chooses 32-27, which is not the prettiest move. Let's see. Okay, black develops.
Yeah, now piece 36 becomes vulnerable, probably.
Yeah, there are many pieces, white pieces, which are not involved into the game at all. 36, but also still 45 and 44 might even be a problem as well. Alright, 33-28, perhaps active move to go further after 18-23. But black just allows all exchanges. Yeah, like the way we know Watutin, right? Makes me wonder if 30-24 is possible.
It looks like the piece on 24 will be.
Yeah, if you just take 29, right? Yeah. Okay, so white exchanges backwards, and now black moves his pieces on the left flank into action. Simple exchange to 27, but because the flank is empty now, black might just build up this formation 18, 22, 27 and break through. Let's see if white manages to do anything against it. Well, now it's a serious threat. So white decided to play 44-40 to have 30-24 or 38-32. Yeah, I wonder if 34-29 would be better, but still 25-20.
Yeah, and then after 30-24 you can just play 14-20 and you lock the whole position.
Yes. Already it looks pretty bad for white. 14-20, nice idea of Zugzwang. No tempo for white. 13-18 wasn't possible because of 24-20 and 38-42. So yeah, white has to close, and black just wins a piece. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Maybe still some end game if white managed to get a king. Yeah, sacrifices, but yeah, it's just too many
pieces ahead.
Yeah, black will gain another one and it will finish quickly. All right, quite a good demonstration, I guess, of technique.
Yeah, definitely.
Any other results?
Yeah, so there are some wins. Let me see. So it looks like Paluch lost from Kuszewski.
Yes, I have them on the screen right now, I hope.
Or maybe it's already time to start looking ahead a little bit, because at 6 o'clock or at 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
the next round will start.
Yes, quickly the results. Kuszewski, Paluch, win for Kuszewski. Kihochki, Natalia Sadowska, draw. Vasily Ivanchuk, Mariusz Slezak, win for Slezak. Then IJzendoorn, Getmanski, draw. We saw Piotr Chmiel against Marta Bankowska, win for Chmiel. And the game of Reszka and Watutin we saw. So let's have a look indeed at the next round. Here it is. So Paluch, Watutin, Bankowska, Reszka, Getmanski, Chmiel. Someone teach me to pronounce his name. Mariusz Slezak, IJzendoorn, Natalia Sadowska, Ivanchuk, and Kuszewski against Kihochki. Which could be interesting games. Of course, games by the Grandmasters.
Yeah, perhaps let's ask the audience which game they would prefer to see.
Yeah, that's a good way to see if anyone's still listening. Yeah, so tell us your preference. And of course, we might also be able to switch a bit between the games.
Yep.
I see Guillaume Bertrand asking why I am not playing or why you are not playing. Well, we were not invited. maybe another time. I think there are a lot of initiatives currently being rolled out, so I'm sure there will be a chance for us to participate in this kind of online competitions. I'll check on the Lead Drafts website in the meantime. See whether games have already started. Officially, they will start at 9, but since players have to start the game themselves, could be that they start a bit earlier. I don't know. I see already 3 votes for IJzendoorn or van IJzendoorn, so that seems like an option. He plays against Mariusz Slezak.
Yeah, and also based on the points, that should be an interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, rating-wise, Martijn van IJzendoorn is a favorite in this game, but so far, Slezak has also gathered 7 points, quite a lot. I'm not sure about the opponents he faced so far, but 7 points is a good score.
Yeah, good result so far, indeed. Yeah, and IJzendoorn will hope for, of course, some kind of mistake by his direct competitors to catch up with them. Getmanski and Watutin still play their game against each other, so yeah, it will be interesting to see if IJzendoorn can keep winning. All right, 1 minute to go. So perhaps let's switch to the screen.
To the IJzendoorn game.
Yeah, if it started already. Do we have a nice picture of van IJzendoorn and Mariusz?
I'm not so sure. I'm not even sure if they played before. Maybe they did in the youth phase. Though I think Slezak is quite a bit older than.
Yes, he's from my generation, so to say. So it should be 3, 4, 5 years difference. Slezak also, one of the most youngest active Polish players. So, yeah, and also with a very interesting playing style, by the way. He has the mentality you like to see. Okay, I see the game has started.
Yeah.
We'll switch to the board. So it's Slezak playing white, IJzendoorn black. Keller opening, which also always proves to give interesting play. Surrounding for white, attack for black. Because I clicked on IJzendoorn, we see it from black's perspective. Okay, choice.
Yeah,
for
so
23.
I guess you prefer Wouter to play with white because of the surrounding possibilities.
Yes, yes. It would be interesting to look into my games and see whether I actually played Keller more with white or more with black. I guess it is more with white.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are several variations I tried out, of course. 23-28 is interesting choice by Martijn.
Yeah.
Other moves are 5-10 or 21-27. Or hyper aggressive 22-28.
Yeah. I think one of the most theoretical variations, or most interesting variations maybe, would be to now play 21-27.
Mm-hmm.
And there are many options. But for example, after 44-40, you might decide to go 27-31.
Yes, indeed.
The interesting position.
Yeah, with the whole change of position, with a lot of theory, which basically counts for this the whole set of variations in the Keller opening.
Yeah.
A lot is known, but let's see. So for IJzendoorn, it will also be the task not to play. Two well-known variations, because it might be easier for his opponent.
Yeah. So Martijn goes for 20-25.
Yes, 24-20. Now the choice whether to build up from 5 or to play 9-4-10, 9-14. I mean, yeah. Now white is to make a decision. What I like about this variation is that 37 is still in place. I played once 34-30 times 29 against Chizhov in the World Championship in Emmen in 2015, I believe, and maybe also in 2 other games against Verny and Ivo de Jong. But 37-31 is also a known move, I guess. And this leads to more classic theory, so to say, from the 70s, 80s, whenever this federation was popular. And in that time, it was yeah, also everyone wanted to play 23-28 because it was, the move they considered best. Perhaps back then it wasn't much known about 5-10 and, for example, the Van Westerlo variation with 33-28, but later it became known that that's fine for black as well.
Yeah, this reminds me about a really nice phase in our youth period when we were playing against each other in the club teams. I remember one match in which we more or less blitzed out one of the most theoretical lines, most deep lines of the Van Westerlo variation. I think we were like, I don't know, 12 or 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still remember this?
No, not really. But I could look into my database and see if I somehow saved that game.
I think it was. For sure it was a match in the youth team competition.
Mm-hmm. Jeugddamdag, this one.
Yeah, I think it was the Jeugddamdag. Yeah, I think it was the Jeugddamdag. Yeah, well, just a funny side note.
Yeah, and who was playing white? Who was playing black?
I think you know who was playing white.
That would be me, right? Yes.
Must have been you.
Yeah, nowadays I wouldn't play this Van Westerlo variation anymore, I guess, because so much theory and if black knows how to play, then I think actually black is a bit better. Well, you can read it all in the books of Getmanski, of course. Daniela Makkali in the chat says, hello, Wouter and Koos, thank you for your live comments. It's time to explain us everything of this Keller. So, where do we start?
Let's save a few days. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even if I wanted to, I'm afraid I couldn't. One thing let's see. 42-37. What are options for black? Either 1923 or 7-11. Go 7-11.
Yeah.
Now, it is possible for white to exchange 37-32. But usually white doesn't want to change in these kind of positions. White will play 40-34, and then we will see what happens after 1923, and then it's kind of standard move 29-24.
Yeah.
But I believe in this variation this is okay for black if you play 14-20, as opposed to the variation in which black builds up 9-14-3-9. In general, I like this build up more, but playing 5-10, 10-14 it looks cleaner.
Because of the Kruis van Keller, the cross of Keller, the 5.
Yes, and I believe this formation 10-14-19 doesn't play any role in this opening. So why to play your golden piece on 3?
So there is a question in the chat from Christian Porter. Is the match Georgiev-Boomstra gonna happen still? I don't know. Maybe you, Wouter, do you have some knowledge about this, as his former, at least, secondant?
Yes. Well, what can I say? Not much. I mean, people are working on it, but if you're in these times of Corona, currently everything is cancelled, so there's not much. There's not much. Doesn't make much sense to talk about it now. Really have to wait. It will probably be end of this year or beginning of 2021.
Yeah,
Just because it takes time.
time to arrange everything.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the game because some interesting developments happened. So as Wouter indicated, everything happened.
Yeah, 1420 is possible here. After 26-21, black takes 2 to 40. White takes back with 21. Black can nicely play 17-21, 21-27, I believe. And his position looks very solid. Yeah. With still the piece on 3 is important in this kind of positions because of maybe a weak combination square. If you don't have it, has to take backwards because otherwise there could be 34-29 and 13-19. I believe this position should be well known. I guess appeared 10, 20, 30 times is my guess. It reminds me of some games of Jos Stokkel playing black. Might be incorrect, but it seems to me that the play for white now is to exchange 37-32 and then start surrounding the winkelhaak, the shop hook, the long fork. By 37-32 and 34-30, but black's position is also rather nice. Still strong piece on 4.
Yeah, when you say Jos Stokkel, I think you were also referring to a game of Jos against Jan van Dijk in Drenthe recently.
All right, it was the same opening.
Yeah, where Jan tried to surround the black position and got stuck more or less.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but now we see 34-29. That's an interesting one. Not sure what it does. Of course, white might like to keep his pieces on 46, 41, 37 for some extra combinations, starting with 26, 21 and then trying to blow up the position. But from a positional point of view, I believe it was advisory to change at some point. But white might also think I can still do that.
So what happens after 1923? Can white then play 37-32 maybe?
Yeah, that's a good question again.
Because if you take with 28, then white is winning a piece, I think.
That seems to be true. Because of 47-42 and 33-28 afterwards. Mm-hmm. So after 1923, 37-32, what happens if you take 23 times 34?
Starts to get messy.
Yes. So you can take this one with equal, this one equal. Black 1 plus 1, and white takes here, and it's equal. But it looks more dangerous for black. That's why I think Martijn decided to play 9-13. White was also threatening more or less to play, for example, 38-32, and after that 37-32 with positional advantage. After that, because you can play 32-28 or 32-37, but right now black's formations are ready.
So now white has to make a important decision again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically any move he can decide to play 37-32. Or not to, of course. But since his previous move was 34-29, should be logical that he now directs piece 45 to the center.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the position gets really sharp. So, for example, 45-40, 19-23, 40-34. Next move 29-24 is possible, so black might want to prohibit that by 14-20. All right.
Yeah, so maybe not even playing 1923, but something like 410 instead.
Mm-hmm.
So
410, 40-34. Okay, he plays 410. I was just wondering whether I should say that this is, as Frits Lutijn likes to call them, a shyness move. A move which you make because you're a bit shy, because you don't know what to do. But if Martijn plays it, I don't know. I could, yeah. Oh, there is a combination.
yeah, there it is.
Yeah. 410. It's not a shy move; it's a sly move, because now black creates the small formation and shoots to the win. Nothing white can do anymore.
There's nothing white can do.
Yeah, white was thinking a lot before this, but then played two moves very quickly and forget to check his move, I guess.
Yeah.
Really a pity, because the position was really interesting.
Yeah, so maybe even here, if you just play 40-34.
Yes.
Looks like it's continuing.
Yeah.
So I think I would prefer black in this position. What do you...
Yes, too, because I really wonder what all these pieces on the 26, 46, 46, 41, 42, 41 and are going to do, because it's not really flexible for white. After 40, 34 you might black can also choose when he wants to go to 27. I think it's already a bit nicer for black. So but I already didn't expect 38-42. Just 40-34, 10-15 perhaps, and then I think.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe let's move to one of the other games, perhaps the game by Getmanski, the tournament leader.
Yes, one moment, because the game is still going on. Maybe it's nice to finish. I think it will not take long, but it would be a bit too early to close here. Van IJzendoorn makes a 3-for-3 exchange, and I think this would be a proper moment to surrender. And Slezak does it.
Your timing is better than mine, that's obvious.
Yes, it's also always an interesting discussion, of course, when to give up.
Yeah.
I think a good show by Van IJzendoorn, a very convincing win already in the middle game. Nicer position and the shot, which is part of the game. Just thinking back, so my preference goes out to 37-32 here and starting to surround 34-30. And here the killer shot by black. Yes, let's have a look. What are the other games? Are you already checking?
Yeah, I'm already checking, and I found out that the position of Getmanski is pretty interesting.
Okay, you can have a look. Shifting to his account and... Oh yes. So Getmanski playing white against Piotr Chmiel playing black. At first sight, I like white's position. Don't know what the pieces on 16, 21, 17 and 22 will be doing.
Yeah.
They seem to be controlled by the white formations.
Yeah, so perhaps black can try to make use of them by playing 7-11.
Yeah, that would be the most interesting move at the moment. Of course, first you should check for some combinations. I mean, 47-41 invites black almost to go to 47, but I don't see how. And perhaps Getmanski also checked this move, so. But still. Yeah, 7-11, that's the most active move, at least for black. Black already in a bit of time trouble, actually, only 2 minutes and a bit remaining.
Yeah, so and especially with only 3 seconds being added each move, that's it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
1-6. Yeah, maybe this is what I like to call this shyness move. Shy move. It's the move in the back of the board, and doesn't seem to have a function. But well, let's see. I could imagine on the previous move, black could even think about sacrificing 22-28 and then play 7-11.
Oh yeah. Yeah, at least 1-6 prohibits white to conquer square 33. I think, if I'm... Oh, not anymore. Or maybe yeah, it does. I'm doubting. I was thinking about a combination starting with 21-27.
Yeah.
But this opened the extra option now for white to go to square 1. Because if you go to square 3,
yes,
it's not so difficult.
And then you play 22-28 and 13-19, and 9 goes to... Okay, he still plays 38-33, so let's see.
Yeah, but if you go to 1, it doesn't seem to be a combination.
Yeah. And by the way, your previous shot also didn't make it to 47 because you have to go through to 38.
That's true.
Alright, that's 7-11 now. Now black threatens 22-27, and if white would try to close 37 by 42-37, you can play 21-27, 11-17 to king. So the real choice for white is already been made, 32-28. Playing against all these black pieces.
Yeah, so I guess this is a direct consequence of black playing 1-6. If you would have played the more active 7-11, this would not have been an option for white.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I also think 32-27 wasn't the biggest problem at that moment. So yeah, I think 7-11 was a better move. Now this is possible for white indeed to close the position, to stop all the pieces from 6, 11, 17 to 22. Yeah, and the white position looks very, very strong.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of plan does black have still? Well, it could try to break somehow by 13-18, 18-23.
Yeah, black does have formations, but they are not opposing any of the white structures nor weaknesses. So,
well, plan more or less could be to play 14-19 next move, and then 40-45, and then exchange 13-19 forward, threatening 19-23 more or less. And after 29-23, you could play 19-24 and hope that white's position is blocked. Could be. Black has to try something extreme, I think. So, yeah, we'll see.
yeah, so I guess the question now for white is to play 42-38, 43-38, or perhaps 42-37, but white chooses to play 42-38 with the most formations.
Yeah, I wonder whether he's planning to close 32 if black attacks and exchanges. 14-19 and then 13-19, whether he wants to play 38-42, which looks strong. Okay, black attacks. 50 seconds left only for black, so that's really little. Okay, 4-9. Plays for the combination after 45-40. Black wins by 13-19.
Oh, yeah, that's a funny one.
But against the Grandmaster, these kind of things are usually of no real value. 38-42 makes sense to me. Try and slowly lock the wing further.
And it looks like, for example, you can also play 44-40. And then if black starts to attack again to 19, you can always try to have a shot. It's a small move.
Yeah, 40-44.
9. Yeah.
127. Okay, plays 38-42. 9-14. Now 45-40 is possible again.
Yeah, and the same thing happens, I guess. If you attack, then white can have this small maneuver to field 9.
Yeah, which is interesting to check because, of course, it costs one piece, and always have to check whether you're able to make a king afterwards. Perhaps in this instance, after 14-19, well, black plays 8-12. That's interesting.
8-12. Yeah, maybe he saw this maneuver and decided not to
risk it. Yes.
To risk it.
But maybe in this case, it would have been better to just play it and let Volk decide whether it's winning or not. But yeah, I can imagine you don't want to risk it.
Yeah, so now 8-12. It brings 21-27 into the position, though not directly because of the small combination with the 26-21. If it's winning, I'm not sure.
Yes, Cosman, this small change. 12-18. All right, this interesting move to play 14-19 on the next move, perhaps. But the question is always... this is quite interesting, actually.
So 28-23 falls for 22-28, I guess.
Not really sure, but... Well, white doesn't have to risk 22-27.
Waits.
Yeah, White's
Fourth, I guess.
yeah. White's position looks absolutely superior. Also, Black doesn't have a lot of time. There doesn't seem to be any real plan for Black here.
And now maybe also White can either decide to just play 40-35, or you can decide to take this combination to 9.
Yes,
and then
maybe
afterwards directly to 14.
Yes, exactly. 42-27 immediately might be interesting. It's a nice shot, nice way to decide the game. Of course, White has some time to check whether it's winning. But I'm pretty sure that it's winning.
Yeah, my bet is he will take the combination.
Yeah.
Though after 40-35, not completely sure where the counterplay for Black has to come from.
Somewhere far away. Very far away. Yes, because for example 40-35, 13-18 is already met by 28-23. You have to make a horrible, you don't have a free temp to let this position change. I wonder what Getmanski is thinking about. Perhaps he forgot the option of 32-27, because more standard is even to make a temp and then play 32-27, but this might require a bit more of calculation. Oh no, there he goes, 32-27. Yeah, should be absolutely winning.
Yep.
One piece more for Black, but soon to be 2 kings for White. Of course, his pieces are not in the most easy position, but
yeah,
with 2 kings, we should always win. Again, good attacking technique, I guess, by Getmanski. Nine 4, Black can take the king by 16-21, but then there's 1 piece less, and plays with 0.1 second on the clock. He plays 22-28.
Living on the edge.
Living on the edge, yes. But actually, I think he's already in down the canyon, position wise. So 14, 10, 10, 5, and yeah, the Black piece may proceed up to 38, but I doubt whether it can really.
Yeah, maybe you can try to go with the king to square 48 and make another king with the piece on 14.
Yes. White's plays 40-34, quite smart. It's not the expected move, and Black just loses on time.
Yeah.
Good show. So Getmanski remains 1 point ahead. Just checking the game quickly. So, yeah, interesting moment on the 19th move. Black plays 5-10, which leaves him with locked pieces 16, 21, 17. Perhaps 7-11 is here the go-to option, just to prevent 37-32 by 21-27. Makes more sense to me. 5-10, 10-14 didn't do much for Black here. Just gave White time to prepare his formations, and then things went from bad to worse for Black. And nice shot to end the game. Do we have other games going on still?
I just saw. I think there's only one game still going on. I noticed that Natalia Sadowska managed to win against Ivanchuk in a late mid game position, but the only game still going on is the one from Watutin against Paluch.
Okay, let's have a look then quickly. By the way, after this we will ask Martijn van IJzendoorn to quickly give some comments on his games. It will be interesting to ask him about his tactics against Getmanski. Stutnik, 2 seconds left. Alright, he moves, 46-41. And the game seems to be winning for black, because on the next move you can make a king, right?
Yeah, looks like.
But okay, not too much time. Especially if white goes, and the white.
That's yeah.
Time ended.
But I'm not sure. I was looking at this game for some time already at the site, and it was an interesting endgame with the king and 3 pieces against the king and 3 pieces. But the 3 pieces from black had, at least one extra piece had the opportunity to go to king, and the other pieces were placed nicely. So it's interesting if the endgame is actually a draw or.
Oh yes. I see. First, I saw the 5 against 5, and it doesn't look very interesting. I mean, black is going to have a bit easier endgame because of the pieces on the edge, but then it turns into a 4 against 4, and yeah, indeed, some practical chances at least for black. Perhaps on the 50th move, 32-28 would be smart, just to cross
the line.
To cross the line, and then there won't be any trouble. But yeah, here I can imagine that there are some practical problems. Black just slowly went to king and 8 white's pieces.
One by one.
One by one, indeed. Yeah, and won the game. Yeah, well.
Okay, so this means that Watutin is still following Van IJzendoorn and Getmanski.
Let's see if we can slowly add Martijn.
Yeah, so maybe in the meantime, let's ask the chat. If you have any questions for Martijn, then please post them in the chat so we can ask Martijn.
Yeah, so these were rather nice games to watch. I mean, the time control makes sure moves are coming fast, and yeah, but still there is some time to think, and that also gives us time to make some comments. So yeah, trying to invite Martijn. I added him on Skype. Yes, here he is. Toevoegen. Hope he's ready. Jacek posts in the chat that all games are finished, so let's have a look at the results. Yes, here I have them. I will put them on the screen.
We only have decisions this round. That's interesting.
Yes, here we are. Chutnik Poliner 0-2. That's Paluch against Watutin. Then Sinvi Graj Vatsabe. Bankovska Reszka 0-2. Getmanski Chmiel we followed 2-0. Warcabista IJzendoorn 0-2 we followed it. Cyberwoman Nefertiti or Sadowska against Ivanchuk 2-0. and FK93 against Karol Cichocki 2-0. So indeed only decisions. I made a mistake by clicking. Here I opened the game. In the meantime, Martijn van IJzendoorn has joined us. Martijn, congratulations on your win. Are you there? Maybe Martijn is not there.
There he is.
Martijn, can you hear me? A very professional program. Martijn, Koos, you can hear me, right?
I can still hear you, Wouter. Yes.
That's good. Now we need to reach Martijn. I will send him a text message, okay? In the meantime, open his game against Getmanski, because we might have a look. Martijn can hear me, he says in the chat. So I'm wondering, can he talk? He says, do you understand me? I say, no. I see him laughing. I will ask him to turn on his microphone. He's nice. He's sitting there in his Team NL shirt, as a real top sports player is supposed to. Unfortunately, not possible to see for the viewers.
So maybe let's ask the audience again if there are any questions for Martijn, perhaps about his game against Getmanski, or the later one against Slezak, the interesting Keller game. Yeah, let's see. I think it was Daniele Macali to ask us about explaining everything about the Keller. Well, that was a difficult one to answer, but maybe Martijn can share one of his lines in this opening. If he manages to speak up with the Skype connection.
Yeah, it's really strange. We can call him again, perhaps. See if it helps.
Yeah.
Oh, right now I'm putting down the call myself. I will call Martijn and Koos again. Sorry for the delay. We're still trying to get in touch with Koos and Martijn.
Verstaan?
Now.
Now, yes, now we are live again.
Okay.
So we have Martijn in the broadcast. First of all, congratulations on your win against warcabista.
Thank you.
How did you like that game?
Well, it started like a theoretical game. And from some moment he played something I didn't know actually. So I also had to think, and suddenly he made a mistake, so I won by combination.
Yes, we were wondering, you played this move 4-10. And I was wondering what does it what does it do?
Well,
And then suddenly, within a few seconds, you won the game.
well, it was not my intention to play for this combination. Actually, I just wanted to go to 15, but yeah, he made his mistake. Actually, I thought in some moment he would exchange to 30 and surround me, but didn't come so far.
Yes, yeah, it was interesting. Interesting game. We have a question from the chat as well. Jasper Daams asks, any special preparation for these games or this tournament, or are you just playing?
No, I'm just playing.
On routine.
Yeah, routine.
Yes. How? And Christian Porter asks, how were the players selected? Do you know anything about that?
I think Jacek Pawlicki selected the players. He asked them whether they can play or not. Most of them also played in this Polish team championship last year.
Yeah, you also played.
Yeah, I also played there. So almost the same group.
Also Getmanski and Watutin?
Watutin didn't play, but Getmanski played in my team with Natalia and Piotr Chmiel.
All right. Yeah. And how is it for you to play an online tournament? Is it different than a physical tournament?
Yeah, I think there's difference. I don't really prepare for this tournament actually. I just play and for a normal Blitz tournament or Rapid, I would prepare, I guess. So that makes it different.
Koos?
So Martijn, do you play online a lot right now because of the lockdown, not being able to play in physical tournaments? Does it mean for you that you're also playing on Lead Rods or some other platforms?
Yeah. In the past I played a lot on Play OK, but now I start to play on Lead Draws. Also because I really like that I can pre-move. Yeah, it makes the game a lot faster. So
right. Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, for those who do not know what pre-move is, this is that you can make your move already while your opponent is thinking, which means that
there is a risk, of course, but
if your opponent plays a different move you expect, then your move might not be correct. But in this way, it's possible to play games with 30 seconds of time. Which kind of?
I think I've had these 30 seconds game, and I actually was able to finish them without giving all my pieces.
All right.
Yeah.
What about the level of the games? Was it still?
They're a bit lower than usual, but more in between.
Okay, but for one time playing with 15 minutes and 3 seconds per move is also interesting.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Do you like to play every evening or?
I'm usually online every evening. I like to play 1 or 2 minutes, just a tournament for 1 hour.
All right.
So like that. Yeah. Usually I'm online at that time.
All right. So there's not much change in rhythm for you.
No, well, if I like to play fast, so I prefer these kind of tournaments, so I can play more games.
Yes. Yeah. So maybe next time we should organize also this kind of 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Any other people in the chat, perhaps? I see Jacek also posted in the chat that if someone is interested to organize a similar tournament of 2 rounds per evening, just send him email. So email's in the chat right now.
Maybe we can organize an online World Cup.
Oh yes, how many stars?
How many stars?
World Cup 3 stars. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe let's move to the other game we didn't discuss yet, the game against Getmanski.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what was your tactic for this game? Your strategy up from the opening?
Well, yeah. Again, I just played something random, and I think I also had the same opening against Watutin yesterday. Yeah, we went to Classic. He had a quite nice position, but I think I managed to keep some pressure on his left wing. From some moment, I think I didn't choose the right plan, so I went for a draw.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had a better option at some point when I played.
Yeah, can you see my screen, by the way? Or should I click share screen? I should click share screen, right?
Yeah, I think so. Is that possible?
Yeah, then I might also be able to show you some of the variants we discussed. Okay. Does it work now?
I see some black. Yeah, it works.
Right.
Yeah.
So this was here the game became interesting, I guess.
You
went forward. Of course, you threatened with the sacrifice, more or less.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was at this point that Koos mentioned an idea.
Actually, I thought that he would be able to play 10, 15, and 20, 25 and hit to 24.
Mm-hmm.
But that's actually never possible. So, I actually had to play 45 now.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Because 10, 15 is not possible because of 29, 23, 39, 34. Yeah.
Yeah, the sacrifice we also saw. Yes.
Yeah.
So 37, 31 was not the most interesting move. Koos also mentioned 27, 22.
Right now.
Yes. Then attack, then 14 closes, and then 37, 31. Did you look at that or not?
No, actually not. Let me see. I think it's also possible, but yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it's possible. Yeah.
We ended up in an interesting position, but we also had some problems with white in some of the variations.
Yeah, but is it like possible to play after 37? Is it possible to play 24, 30, sacrifice, and 12, 17, something like that? No, sacrifice first.
30, 34.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice idea. We didn't get to that indeed. To threaten 17, 22, so white is one piece ahead, and that's a funny idea. Yes. And still after 37.
Yeah, maybe still it's draw, I guess.
Yeah, this endgame is a draw, and otherwise you have to give 23, 18.
But that's a good position for black.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So now only this probably. Yeah, we were already thinking that it looks possible, but it can also be dangerous for white.
Yeah.
And chances to win are not
limited.
Really there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the game it just went to a draw very quickly.
Yeah. That was not a good plan.
No, exactly. All right, so 6 rounds played, I guess, 5 to go.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on the tournament so far? Satisfied with the games?
Yeah, I think so. There are still quite some players. Some make mistakes, but yeah, that's of course happens. But overall, I'm quite positive about this tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and how about your the upcoming rounds? I saw the next round you were facing a really strong opponent.
Yeah, exactly. The world champion, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, which one?
Yeah.
Drafts or chess?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Jacek asked in the chat, are we going to make the same tomorrow? I'm not sure. Because I have also some Blitz tournament myself tomorrow. And yeah, would love to, but since this tournament has been organized quite quickly, so to say, it was only a few days before the tournament that it was announced. I have not been able to clean my agenda for that. So maybe another one more night, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, but I don't think tomorrow. Anyway, it was nice to do it today. Yeah, if there are no further questions, I guess we should slowly finish off. Do you have anything for Martijn or for the viewers, Koos?
No, I think I just think we saw quite some interesting games. Like Martijn said, some were aborted quickly because of some sort of mistake, but still to see the interesting setup of those games was also nice, I think, for the viewers. Yeah, and of course it's nice that the second round only saw decisive results.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in general, I think it's a really good idea by the Polish organizers to host this event, to organize the event. And I think we as draughts lovers should be really happy with it.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. It's a very nice initiative, and I hope it only sets a good example for more like this while we have to stay at home. Martijn, do you have anything to say?
Enjoy the tournament.
Yeah, well, that's the most important. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Same for me. It was really nice to see such a tournament organized, especially with strong players. I have been streaming a bit of light drafts, but not all the time you know who is playing, and well, now you're guaranteed to see grandmasters. So that was very, very interesting tonight. Thank you all for watching, and good night from me, from Koos and Martijn, I guess.
Yes, good night, everyone.
All right.